This is Andy Paroff, Boxing Social in association with Betfred, and I'm joined by the former WBC World Flyweight Champion Charlie Edwards. Charlie, how you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing good, thank you. Thank you for having me on the show, like always.
I appreciate your time, and obviously I say former there because you recently vacated your title. Let's just start there. Talking about the decision behind it, obviously it came out because of the trying to make the weight, etc. Just talked about how difficult a decision it was to do so.
Oh, it was heartbreaking. It was very tough to come to terms with it. Periodically, I outgrew the weight. Nature took its course on my body, and I was a super flyweight before I moved back down last December to make flyweight, just for the opportunity to get a world title shot. And no one wants to admit defeat, especially to themselves, and have to move up. It did, as you can see, the last 3 fights I deteriorated massively, and I just can't make the weight no more. I've actually been watching my weigh-in back from the actual Ray Martinez fight, and when I watch it back, I don't even look there. I'm not even present. I'm like a zombie. And to be fair, the last weight cut really did kill me. My health was on the line massively in that fight. So whatever happened in there, it was a blessing in disguise for me. Like getting a no contest, being hit on the floor by Martinez. It was a blessing in disguise, because who knows what could happen to me later on down the fight. Health is wealth, and the things I had to do to make that weight really did kill me. I had to drop like 5 kilos. That's like 10% of what I weighed on the day in the last under 24 hours. I done 2.5 the night before, 2.5 in the morning. Yeah, really, I shouldn't have fought, and like there was talks that we was gonna. After the fight, my coach then coming to terms, and he was like, I was going to pull you out of the fight before you even went in. I weren't happy with you fighting, but Sonny said, no, just let him recover, see what he feels like. And I did. I thought I did kind of recover well after the weigh-in, but I just cooked myself too much, and it took its toll. I do believe that the last year making flyweight again after losing to Casemiro in 2016, and then having 2 years back up at super flyweight, then drop down to fly again. It's probably taken years off my career later. The amount of stress and things it caused me in the year of being champion. It was the best thing that ever happened to me, becoming world champion, but the pressure was really real. It was really real, and the biggest thing was the weight. I had to hold my weight. I was eating very little calories, keeping low fat percentages, and it just killed my happiness.
You obviously had the Julio Cesar Martinez rematch lined up. If you was to have stuck at the weight and kept hold of your title, is that a fight at super flyweight, if it could be made, you'd be interested in?
It's a fight definitely that I would be interested in. I'm not sure what weight I'm coming back at yet, if I'm truly honest. My first fight back's going to be at Bantamweight. So, and where the opportunity arises, but I'm done with putting my health on the line. Super flyweight is still going to be it's only £3. It's still going to be a massive, like, my check weight the week before my fight, I had to weigh the super flyweight limit. I was dead at the super flyweight limit, and then had to drop a week later to the flyweight limit. So my body's grown. I'm walking around at 63 kilos. My face is, I'm not heavy. I don't look overweight. I don't look like I've piled on the pounds. And we're going to do it the healthy way. I'm going to start getting the love and enjoyment back for the sport, where I don't have to kill myself in the gym and not have the energy to be able to perform my best. 4 weeks before a fight, I'm sparring featherweights, and I'm pushing them back and hurting them, and I've got the power. The last 3 weeks, I deteriorate. So it's time to let my body fill in. I'm 26 now. I'm not no spring chicken no more. I'm growing. My body's been dying to grow for years and years. And I'm 63 kilo, and I'm still in shape. So it's about making sure that I come back at a weight I feel comfortable and strong at, and my first fight will be at Bantamweight.
Before we touch on Bantamweight, I just want to stick to Martinez. On the back of that fight, it's probably a matter of a few weeks ago it came out, he tested over the Clenbuterol limit on the back of your fight. Since then, the WBC, within a matter of days, up to the threshold they'd allow fighters to have. What was your thoughts on the entire situation? I don't think no fighters are naive to. There's a lot of fighters out there that are drugs cheating, but they have scientists behind it, and they know how to clean it out their system. It's absolutely disgusting. I'm just saying, he's from the same camp as Canelo. It's funny how they both
they both fallen for it, and it is what it is. Like, it's the thing in the past. I ain't gonna sit and dwell on it too much, but I know he's a drugs cheat, and it is what it is.
You obviously mentioned you're going to be looking to move up to bantamweight now. What have the early discussions with Eddie or MTK, etc., kind of laying out the plans for next year gone?
We're going to get back into a tough 10-rounder in February. Back at bantamweight. Let's see how I've grown into the weight and how I feel going into camp and that. With the whole weight making issue in my last fight, it scared me very much so, that my health was on the line massively, and it really scared me. After the weigh-in, even after I refueled, my body took shock to the fluids and everything that I normally always do. I had to go to bed. I was shivering, sweating and overcooking. Still after I'd fueled back up, and I had to go to bed for an hour. My coach had to get me up and get me moving and get me back into it. So it scared me massively that they're making the weight. So the bantamweight, we're going to get back into a good solid 10-rounder. Not a walkover opponent, a tough one, that's going to push me and see how I feel at the bantamweight limit, and just get back to winning ways, and then we look to see where the other opportunities and other things fall. So,
I mean, bantamweight itself at world level is very difficult. I was about to ask you how far away from challenging for another world title do you feel you are?
Realistically, I don't know. It's like I said, it's where the opportunities arise. Things happen. Who knows? And now he might move up and relinquish all his belts and vacate it, and then it's vacating titles. And the more I've been in this boxing game, it's all a business. It's more a business than an actual sport to me. Theoretically, I was WBC world champion. If I'm true, there's probably some Filipinos, some Thai fighters, and this and that, who are probably better, but they haven't got the backing that I have. So we're very fortunate that we've got the promoters. We can be structured in a way to get the title shots when the opportunities arise, and I do believe I'll become a multi-weight world champion because of that. But it's just when the opportunity and the times come.
And finally, just wanted to move away from yourself and just get your thoughts on your brother. He returns against Marcel Braithwaite on 21st of December. What are your thoughts on his decision to move back up to super flyweight to challenge for that vacant British title?
Same again. It's where the opportunities arise. It's a perfect move, and I've been watching Sonny in sparring yesterday. I've been away travelling and training out in Marbella at MTK and just kind of like refocusing myself. So I come back just this week. I was in the gym yesterday watching him spar. He's looking very special in sparring. The things he's doing, the strength that he's coming. He's an unbelievable fighter, my brother. Like, there's no denying that. And then he's so awkward and tricky. Marcel's going to be in for a very, very tough night. I sparred Marcel a few years ago, and my brother's got everything and more, and I really do believe he's going to cause a massive statement, and it's going to be a touch, and it's going to be nice to see the British title that I vacated and no one else has won, for him to then go and get it. So it'll be back in the family.
And just to move away from the life of Edwards and onto a few things away from yourselves, like I say, this past weekend, Deontay Wilder stopping Ruiz-Ortiz in the 7th round. What was your thoughts on his fight if you caught it?
He can punch, can't he? There's no doubt about that. Ortiz was boxing very well. It's just a shame because Ortiz's age has obviously played a massive factor. Who knows what he would have been like when he was a lot younger and fresh? Like, it would have been an unstoppable thing. But you can't begrudge Deontay. Like, although I thought Ortiz was probably winning up to that point, Deontay's always got that mega punch in the bag, and he's gone on to is it Match Ali's the title defences or something like I've heard. So he's doing very well, and he's probably like, it's got to be after this Joshua Ruiz. It's got to be the winner takes all. It has to.
Well, I mean, you say that, but that's Deontay's victory line. It sets up the rematch with Tyson Fury, provided that was to be the next bout in February. What are your thoughts on Wilder Fury too?
I still think Fury beats him. I really do. I think Fury is the main man, really, at heavyweight. Like, the way he moves is not a heavyweight mover. He's so experienced. He's so awkward. He's so unorthodox. So it's he's the man that no one wants to think. He's the bogeyman for everyone. I really do believe that.
I mean, obviously next week, you just touched on it, Ruiz-Joshua 2 out in Saudi Arabia again. Charlie, your thoughts on their rematch?
It's a tricky one, isn't it? Real tricky one, because it's been a quick turnaround rematch. So it's going to be interesting to see what Joshua's done different. I know he's brought a few different pad men in or something. So it'll be interesting to see how quickly they could have implemented what they want to into him. I see he's don't look as big as he normally is. He's leaned right down, so he's obviously going for more speed. It'll be different, because there's going to be a different hunger and mentality about him, I believe. Like that, the first fight, there was definitely something wrong with him. I know him on a personal level, and he weren't right in that ring. So I'm hoping that he can come back, get mentally strong with everything that he's been doing in camp. And I really hope he goes out and gets them belts back for British boxing.
Well, Charlie Edwards, that was more of your time than I expected it to be, but as you know, Boxing Social likes to keep everybody for a bit longer. So appreciate your time, Charlie. Best of luck going into the new year. Enjoy Christmas. I'm sure I'll catch up with you in fight week anyways, but thank you for your time again, and thanks for speaking to Boxing Social.
Thanks a lot.